I think that the media misrepresents those who live with mental illnesses every day by putting false labels on them, including being a criminal or not taken seriously or just looking different. And I feel that the media is one of the most known places to get information about mental illness because a lot of people don't know about it, so they have to that's the only source that they have to trust.
Last year, my cousin, who is 9 currently, was sleeping over her other aunt's house, and her aunt had a heart attack in front of her and died. And ever since then, my cousin Hannah, like, she's obviously traumatized and is like very preserved from like the rest of our family, like her cousins and aunts and uncles, and like hugs to her mom. And she was diagnosed with social anxiety and sees a therapist, and it just makes me sad to see how someone so young could be going through
My
that.
nephew was diagnosed with many different mental disorders, including schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and ADHD. He is currently being treated for those conditions. We assume that there still might be other things that the doctors are still trying to discover. It's affected my life greatly because his father is unable to care for him, and therefore he has become a ward of the state. And with that, he gets transferred a lot to many different locations, and I have to travel to go visit with him. So currently, he resides in Grand Rapids, and that's a 2.5 hour drive for us to go visit with him. His disorders affect him where we could go to have a visitation with him, and we don't know how long it would last, depending upon his behavior, his mood. Some days are great and we could have a 3 to 4 hour visit. Other times I can drive all that way to just have to turn around and go back home because he's not having a good day. It also affects because he would really love to come and visit the family at our house, but because it's not really safe for him to be unsupervised around other children because he is a danger or a potential danger to others, and so it is very limited on what he can and cannot do. And since I have a family of my own with lots of different children of different ages, I can't trust that things with him would go okay.
I think that people that are mentally ill are treated differently by some. I think that young people, children, tend to not see mental illness all that differently from any other disability and treat people with mental illness just like they would anybody. But be more understanding of their differences. And I think as people get older, unfortunately, they're less tolerant of people with mental illness. I think that it's gotten a lot better. I think it used to be when you would see somebody who was mentally ill, there was very little understanding of that person or compassion for that person. And I think today that more and more people are educated and enlightened so that they treat people with mental illness with respect, and hopefully that'll continue to improve. But I still think there's sadly a pretty significant number of people who treat mental illness like it's a contagious disease that somehow people can control if they just try harder, and it's really no different than any other physical problem.